death row meal, what would it be? But I think I'd keep it simple because, you know, my favorite memories growing up were my mother's tomatoes. So it'd have to be one of my mother's homegrown tomatoes, of course peeled, sliced perfectly, with a little bit of fresh pepper, a little bit of sea salt, and maybe some fresh eggs from her hens. And just a little toast to go with it. I think I'd keep it that simple. Hi everybody, this is Chef Michelle Weaver from the Charleston Grill at Charleston Place. Today we're gonna cook a delicata squash with blood oranges, fresh mint, and basil. Beautiful for the fall side dish or salad. This is one of your easier winter squashes. I think you'll find this delicious. It's full of potassium. It's also high in fiber, and it's easy to deal with as opposed to the butternuts and the acorns who have that hard skin and the little grooves. This one all you have to do is wash it and cut it. The reason I love this salad is it mixes so many different flavors together that remind me of the fall. You've got maple syrup, those deep mustards, squash, onions, and blood oranges. I mean, it's just a perfect little fall Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving dish. We're gonna prepare the squash first. These are small. Sometimes they get a little bit bigger. So this will serve about 4 to 6 people. I'm gonna probably cut about 3 or 4. Then we're going down the middle. Please make sure you got a nice sharp knife so you don't cut yourself. And then you've got the seeds here that we're going to take out. You can save these later and toast them just like you do pumpkin seeds. So this will take this out right here. Just cleaning a pumpkin. So what you want to do after you finish cleaning 3 or 4 of these is you're going to turn them up and you're going to cut about 1/2 inch cuts or 1 inch if you want a bigger, chunkier salad like this. Watch your fingers. Always rest your knife on your knuckles so you don't cut yourself. And then just make nice and clean cuts. Now once you get this cut, we're gonna turn our oven up to 450 degrees, get it nice and hot. Then we'll lay out all of our squash on our sheet pan. Now what you want is to keep this nice, one even layer. You're gonna drizzle with this some salt and pepper, olive oil, that's it. And we'll pop it into a 450 degree oven. Next, we're gonna cut our red onion. The recipe says 1 small one or 1/2 of a large one. We're just gonna julienne nice little pieces. Again, resting your knife on your knuckles. There we are. There's our onion. And we're gonna move on to our orange. Now, right now all I have are regular oranges. It's fine, it's delicious. I like the blood oranges too. They have a little bit more bite to them, not as sweet. And of course they add another color, which is always lovely. So now we're gonna just peel off the outsides of the orange. Take the skins, round and round she goes. Now you can do the chefy thing and take your time and take out all the little segments with no pith, but you don't have to. You can also do just pretty little wheels like this. It's just as nice. Let's take our sheet pan and change them out. So you can see how these have caramelized now. Beautiful little natural colors. And it's gonna have a touch of creaminess, a little sweetness. It's gonna be great. So we're gonna make our dressing. So we're gonna take a little bit of Creole mustard. I love Creole mustard because it's got the bite that you want from the mustard. It's also got that whole grain feeling to it. So I've got a little small mason jar here. This is how easy this is. Some lemon juice, because I think a little citrus brightens everything up. And a little olive oil. A little maple syrup. And splurge and get the good maple syrup, because that's where it has the flavor. Put your top on, shake it up. And that's it, ready to go. Now comes the time to assemble. Now this is great either warm out of the oven like we're doing right now, or at room temperature. So that's so flexible. So now we're just gonna assemble our salad. Take your squash, lay it out nice and pretty, pile it up there nicely. And this delicata has a natural sweetness to it too, but not overly sugary. And this really nice creamy texture. We're gonna take our dressing, just kind of ease it over the top. We're gonna hit it with a little pepper, just a little bit of salt. Add our little oranges in there. So every little bite, you will get a little bite of squash, a little bit of citrus. Throw in some onions. And what's gonna make this really pop is gonna be this feta. Don't get it too small a crumble. You know, it just kind of disappears in there. You wanna kind of see it a little bit. And we've got some mint. And I love mint and basil together. If you've never tried it, you're missing out. And this is Michelle Weaver, chef at the Charleston Grill. And this is my delicata squash with feta and oranges. I'm gonna give it a bite. Check it out for you. I can't wait for you to try it.